Hello, this is J. Sonia Edwards, founder of the Human Resource Solution. Today I'm joining you again to talk about the performance appraisal. If you're a manager or a supervisor, this would be of interest to you. I'm going to share with you 3 simple steps to overcome the fear of performance appraisal. To overcome the fear of performance appraisal, you need to 1. Set realistic performance goals. 2. Give continuous feedback. 3. Explain your rating system. These are the 3 points that I want to share with you today. And as we move on in our relationship, we'll be talking more about performance appraisal. So point number 1, set realistic performance goals. In order to set realistic performance goals, I recommend at the onset of the performance cycle, whenever it is that you start, your year starts or your quarter starts for the performance cycle, I recommend that you sit with the persons that you are appraising or the persons you are supervising and discuss what it is that you both want to achieve. As a supervisor, you know the things that you need your employees to achieve and to work towards. And they, as the employee, should have some input as well in terms of discussing these goals and objectives, and also sharing with you as the supervisor the type of support that they're going to need in order to achieve these goals. This helps you to be on a level playing field. This helps you to be on the same page. If you give the employee a chance to be involved in the goal setting process, and if you clearly express what your goals and objectives are, so both you and the employee know exactly what you're working towards. So this really sets you up for success. My second point is that you can give continuous feedback. Your appraisal cycle may be different from the appraisal cycle of somebody else in another company. Whether it is a year, some persons have appraisal cycle of a year where performance is formally appraised or assessed once every year. Some other workplaces may have twice a year or once a quarter. Regardless of what your cycle, how long your cycle extends, it's important to give continuous feedback. So what I am recommending is that you not wait until the end of the cycle to tell your employee or the person who you are supervising that 1, they did a very good job, or 2, there were some deficiencies and some areas in which they did not perform well. During the cycle, whatever period it is good for you to set up a time when you are, 1, just having a tete-a-tete with your employee to give them an idea, to give them some feedback on how they're progressing. You want to create an environment also where that employee feels comfortable to initiate some type of discussion with you to clarify an issue or to even check in terms of how they're doing. And outside of a organized or formal sit down together, just spontaneously you can give them feedback in terms of their performance, in terms of how they complete a particular task or a particular project within the cycle. Keep those communication doors open so that you are being clear and letting people know how they're doing, also that people are comfortable to check in about their progress. So give continuous feedback. Another important point I feel is that you explain your rating system. Make sure that your employees understand how their performance is rated. So whatever whatever tool that you have that defines the level of the performance should be very clear. And to me, this is something that you can also discuss at the beginning of the cycle so that they can know what they're working towards. And this would help them also in terms of when they're doing self-assessment. A lot of companies allow employees to do self-assessment before the manager or the supervisor shares his or her own assessment of the employee's performance. Once the employee understands the rating scale, then they're better able to assess themselves formally, and even before the formal self-assessment, they're able to gauge how they're doing against the criteria that has been set or has been clarified or defined for them. To me, when you apply these 3 steps, it one makes things much clearer. So it takes away a lot of the confusion, and it helps the employee to be more comfortable with the process, and it helps to eliminate a lot of problems and contention for the appraiser, the manager, or the supervisor. So these are 3 simple steps that I wanted to share. I know that a lot of supervisors find it very stressful, an experience that causes their blood pressure to rise and creates a lot of tension. But I believe that with these 3 simple steps, it can help you to reduce some of that stress and contention around performance appraisal. So just to recap, it is set realistic performance goals, give continuous feedback, and explain your rating system. Happy performance appraisal.